but the offense, the offense, the offense, the offense. You take out that Ja'Kai Douglas Hail Mary play from DJU, and I'm curious. How do you feel in the chat? Do you feel like DJU solidified his spot? He showed you enough that okay, Mike was right to start him in this game and not put Brock in there? Because I don't. I simply don't. I don't. I don't know how bad the other three quarterbacks are in practice, but for 3 quarters, like outside of one drop back, DJU was holding this offense back. It's not his fault. Whatever. He is what he is. I don't know if Mike Norvell, Alex Atkins downplayed the need for a mobile quarterback in this offense, but he is just stuck in cement. And people have been hard on this offensive line, rightly so. I've been hard on this offensive line, rightly so, all year. But what I've continuously said is the offensive line is far from the biggest problem on the offense. The starting running back was not getting it done. And for whatever reason, Lawrence Toafili was not getting carries. I have not heard this narrative on any other podcast. I haven't seen a damn article wrote about it. I haven't had one single person tell me why until the other day when I talked. I won't even say I talked to somebody, and then I talked to them again tonight. I sent him a text, and I was like, so tell me, what the hell is the reason Toafili wasn't on the field? And I got the same answer. I can't speak on it. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. I didn't ask him. I don't think I can speak on it because it's not something that's out in the public. But I'm here to tell you, I don't understand it. And as far as I know, he hasn't been hurt. I was furious after the Memphis game. I believe it was the Memphis game. He gets 2 touches from the first half, one for 24 yards, the other for like 16 yards, and that's the last you freaking see him. Okay, I don't know how many of you guys have been with me for the past 2 years. We did the post-game show last year, all off season, over at the Renegade Report every Wednesday at 6 Eastern right here at FSU Football. I made a depth chart before spring practice, before the first depth chart came from the team, and I made a case for Lawrence Toafili being running back 1 with Roydell Williams behind him, Jalen Lucas starting at tailback with possibly 26 or somebody else behind him. I made that case, and the reason I made that case is for the simple fact that Toafili is the best running back you've got. So you had Trey Benson, you had Trayshawn Ward, and he was a perfect fit for that tailback spot. But that tailback spot, no matter how anybody tries to tell you it's the same, it's a running back position, but they just do a little bit of different things. It is devalued. It is a less important field on this offense. They rely on that running back 1, and they give him the ball. That's who gets to run it. And if you never get your running game going, that tailback just does not see the ball much outside of screens and things that just do not work in this offense, and they can't get blocked up because they couldn't run it up the middle. They could not run between gaps. They could not catch an edge and get an alley outside. They couldn't do it. Now, Toafili did. He just didn't get the reps. So all of a sudden, we go into this game, and what position did Toafili play tonight? Did Toafili play tailback, or did he play freaking running back? He played running back, and he had 90 yards rushing, or we had 90 yards rushing. Like at the beginning of the second quarter, we were running it down Cal's throat. Boom, 5-yard gain, DJ back 7-yard sack. Boom, 8-yard gain, moving down the field. Bad play by DJ, interception by DJ. Keeping it on a zone read when he has no shot, DJ. Over and over and over again. So it's like, I don't mean to be negative, but the defense won that game. They won that game. The offense did not do very much of anything to win that game. It's like a miracle that Ja'Kai Douglas caught that ball. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just being negative Nancy. But I just don't understand why Mike Norvell is sticking with DJU. I was a big fan before the season. I still like the guy. Maybe it's clicked. Maybe missing Alex Atkins was really that big of a deal. Maybe he can build on the confidence of that bomb, but I just don't know. You just make so many bad football plays. I don't see, like, you could put somebody out there that literally can't throw, but as an athlete, like, I've been calling for Toafili and the Wildcat all year. I'd like to see Trevor Jackson get a chance to run it. I don't see what the reason is you don't give somebody else a try. I won't, harp on that all night. But big shout out to the offensive line. Again, I'll have to replay it to see who exactly did what. But DJ, you had all day to throw the ball a lot of the times. Half the time he had 5 seconds to throw the ball. Half the time he was under pressure and things of that nature. But with the way we ran the ball in the first half, to not to be able to complete anything, to not be able to take advantage of the gaps in the run game, there was a play when the C opened up wide and DJU made the right choice. He went to run for the first down. It was like 3rd and 8. He gets 5 yards up the field, looks and sees Maurice Smith, backtracks 2 yards. Maurice Smith is done. He was stopped. He was watching DJU run. Goes 2 yards back, grabs Maurice back. Come on, take me to the first down. Maurice Smith finally gets his rumbling, stumbling, and it's short. If he would have just ran, he would have got 15 yards minimum. If he would have just hit one of those guys that were 2-3 yards behind the first down line, it would have knocked him backwards. But instead, like, it's the most inexplicable thing I've said. I'm not trying to go off, but I truly believe, and again, I'll say the same thing I've said the past 3 weeks. If you swap quarterbacks and Florida State can get the quarterback from the other team, this is a blowout. If we had Mendoza, blowout. Blowout. But that's just my opinion. I just do not understand what the hell Mike Norvell is thinking. I don't understand the play call when you're supposed to be running a 4-minute drill, and I missed the first play. Maybe they ran it on first down, but they passed it on 2nd and 3rd down, just going backwards and backwards, and just about gave Cal just enough to win it. And then you get your one bad, your one bad punt of the night, and you get a scare there. But luckily, of course, the defense stepped up. Let's see. Kevin Hickson says DJ playing not to get hurt. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's it or not. There's no emotion there. He smiles when he makes a play, and I'm happy. Like, I want him to get fired up. When he made that throw, I made a tweet, and I said, beautiful throw. Beautiful throw. I think it's the first deep ball he's thrown in bounds all year. The interception, inexcusable. Inexcusable. That interception was the best pass protection I've seen FSU do in a decade. They stonewalled the line. Jalen Early started to get beat. His guy started to get past him, and Toafili came across the formation and hit him in the mouth. I mean, dude had a full, and threw it right to the defender. We have to have somebody who can make plays in those spots. If it means you take off and run, I don't know what it is. And maybe I'm just being ridiculous, and DJU is about to take off and kill it. But it's a good thing Mike won this game. I can tell you that. Because if he'd have lost this game, I'm not one for hyperbole, and I still don't think he would have been on the quote-unquote hot seat. I think he's going to be here for 1 or 2 years regardless of anything that happens. But had they lost this game, he would have done irreparable harm to his career, the longevity of his career at Florida State. I don't know if he hasn't with the win. You can't be that bad on offense. We're not going to beat many teams like that. But look, we got the win. Maybe this is what helps Florida State turn the corner. Maybe DJ, you can get a little confidence going. And maybe it's my fault. Maybe it's all of us podcasters' fault and Twitter's fault and all these things for freaking out and putting all the pressure on the kids. And maybe it's Nick Saban's fault for saying they're top 5. But it is what it is. We got to talk about what we see. And even in this game, the entire game, clean pocket around DJ, you can just see the fear in his eyes. He's just so scared to get rid of it. Kev says he's not a kid. Yeah, he isn't a kid. I'm getting old. That's how you know you're getting old, when you're starting to call 20-somethings kids. But yeah, I get it. These guys all make a bunch of money. What I just don't understand is you see it on the defense. The defense guys went out there and they weren't performing. So we put Juice Cryer out there. We put Nicholson out there. We put Edwin Joseph out there. We put Quindarius Jones out there. Why can't we do the same shit on offense? We can't give Brock a series? He's that bad? If we can continue to keep running the ball, DJU will get opportunities, but it's just it's mixed bag. It's just a total mixed bag. It's a crapshoot. Like that deep ball, I feel like it was a lottery win. There was another ball. Woo! The guy completely torched him. He's running to the corner of the end zone, similar to that one. This one's a long ball. Really, even an easier throw than that throw in the red zone that he missed to Darion Williamson. All he had to do was put a little air on it. If he would have thrown a rainbow, I mean, that was a guaranteed touchdown. So, like, the percentage on the deep balls, I don't know what his percentage is on the year, but what I saw tonight is not enough to solidify DJU as a starter. I want a quarterback competition, and I want to find out what Brock can do.